A shout out to Ge.Holla and
Hey, Ge.Holla, G.Holla.
Ge.Holla, Charlamagne the God here, man.
All y'all said entertainers, shout out my guy Ge.Holla.
Rocking right now with Ge.Holla, Celebrity Life.
Shout out to Ge.Holla reaching 1 million listeners on his podcast.
One of the cool, one of the smooth, you know what I'm saying? Who rounds off all the stones in
Vargas Thomas.
What's going on, my brother? How you feel today?
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling cool as the other side of the pillow. You know what I'm talking about? Just lay on down, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man, we come from Dayton, Ohio. You know, Dayton, Ohio is what we call the land of funk, man. We got some funk musicians, legendary Ohio players, to Zapp, to Heat Wave, to Slave, so many legendary artists from Dayton, Ohio, man. We call it the land of funk. That's where I'm from, born and raised. And listen, I have to say that the great late Michael Jackson, man, you know, I am a product of a family of 5 brothers. So we looked up to the Jackson 5 back in the day. And man, that was certainly an inspiration for us, you know, and just give you a little short story, man. Our father, just like how their father was the manager of the band. So, you know, it was one of those type, you know, that gave us that thing to do that music, man. We grew up, you know, listening to them and Earth, Wind and Fire and Cameo. You know, I can go on, but man, definitely the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I did an interview just a few days ago, and I was telling the person that, you know, being in the studio with Roger was just, it was a blast, man. We would go in there and, man, he would have his guitar, his harmonica. He would give you the note and say, okay, do this now. Ding-a-ling-ling. He'd hit it, tell you to do it, record it. And then not only that, man, it was a lot of times, you know, back in the day, he would push the button and record and play at the same time. I mean, he was like his own engineer, you know, because every time an engineer wasn't there, you know, he knew how to do it all. And man, those are little tricks that I can remember. And I do it today. I'm sitting in my studio now. And a lot of those things, man, that he did back then, I do it on my material, my production now. I'm pushing buttons, setting up the mic, hitting record and playing it. So those are some things, man, that definitely was influenced by him. And even editing the music back in the day, it was done on a reel. And he would actually you have to take a razor to split the tape to edit it. And now, you know, of course, we advance, so we do it on the computer and we copy and paste and do what we need to do. But again, the process is still the same as far as editing. And that's, you know, a lot of people just know Roger as a musician, just playing and singing and being on stage. But man, he was a genius behind the scenes as well. You know, engineering, recording, and editing. Just a wonderful person, man. Outstanding. Yes, sir. Man, now I'm gonna be honest with you. I was a youngster then, so some of that stuff we did record a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff didn't even make it out, you know, outside of the studio. So I'm sure it's sitting somewhere, you know, in a vault somewhere. My goodness, because yeah, it was a lot of recordings just to get, you know, just to have an album. I think we had back then we put like 6 or 7 songs on an album, but man, we had recorded maybe, you know, 15, 20 songs. And some of them just didn't make the cut. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the same process I use today, man. I'll record, you know, more than one song when when I'm deciding to do what I'm gonna do, and then I'll pick and choose, you know, which ones are going to best fit, you know, the time and just, you know, the energy, whatever I'm going after. You know, some things just don't make it until later. On the good side, I do have an album that's coming out real soon, and it is it's all of my singles put on one album. Well, not all of them, but 15 of them anyway. And I put them all on one album. But then again, what we're just talking about, some of them didn't make the cut. And those things, I think we just leave them on off, you know, and maybe it might be on another artist. You know, it's not that they're bad. It's just, is it for the time right now? Does it fit me? You know, so, but those are things, you know, I'm always writing and producing, not only for myself, but my brother also does a solo project. His name is Mark Thomas, AKA Pleasure More. He has his own production and his own music as well. And we collaborate and we produce. So some of these songs, I may not like it for myself, but be perfect for him. So, we definitely we versatile like that. We want to be able to share the music and collaborate when we need to. And that's the way we do it. Yes, sir. But God willing, that's gonna happen. I did collaborate on my latest single. It's called FI. It's doing very well right now. That's with a good friend of mine out in the California area. And we're actually doing another single as well. And then in the future, hopefully we'll be able to do some more and just have his own solo project as well. So man, I'm definitely open to collaborating and writing songs for other people outside of my own production. Absolutely.
Vargas Thomas music.
I've been thinking about you all day long. Since we met, my feelings grow strong. I ask myself, should I make a move? Wondering if you feel the same way too, girl. If I called you, would you talk to me? If I text you, would you text me back? If I knock on your door, tell me, would you invite me in?
I got it, brother. Yes, sir. We are very
That chicken got the greens, potatoes, you know what I'm saying? You name it. That brother got it, man.
Destiny, man. That was my first album, and that was just me trying to pursue this thing as an independent artist. I was walking in my destiny, pursuing my dream, and just wanting to share it with everybody. And even now, the new one that's coming out, I'm titling that one Journey, because I am on a journey, and I also have a vision. So all of these things, it all correspond with each other. And the songs, I got different titles, Journey, I got Visions, I got things that would just make you think. And then if you just think, well, what is my vision? I don't explain it, but I play it because that's an instrumental song. And if you're just sitting back, relaxing, it's one of those songs that you could just imagine what's going on. I have one that's called Imagination. So it's just good listen to music that you can just listen to, meditate to, pray to, or whatever you're doing. Listen, exercise. I got some dance tracks that's coming. Man, so we do it all. We got some smooth jazz, some neo soul, and like you say, we just versatile with it, and we enjoy doing it, man. I just wanted to put all those songs out there so people can just go down the album, listen to what you like, play what you like, groove with it. And then my thing is to share it with somebody who ain't never heard it before. That's all I ask. Just share it with somebody. Let somebody else hear. You just said it, man. It's R&B with a mixture of that smooth jazz. I love that I try to combine those two, man, because that's my flow. Like you got them shades on now. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? So we R&B, we laid back, we smooth with it, and that's my number one right there. That R&B, man, good soulful music, that feel good music. Yes, sir.
I see you in the back with your shades on. You know what I'm saying? I see you back there, with the blazer on, doing your thing, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I learned from the best,
man. Oh, man. I talk about this, and I talk to myself now about it, is taking the opportunity and seizing the opportunity when it presents itself. If the opportunity is there, you need to go for it, man. If you feel it in your heart, go for it. Don't think that you got time to wait, because time, it's not promised to us. So we need to execute, be urgent in what we're doing. So, I have dates and I have deadlines, even though being my own producer, being my own independent artist, I have to say, okay, we're going to finish this project this certain day so we can release it. I have a calendar over there on my vision board, and it's already filled up on, what song's gonna come out, what month, what date. And so I'm always making content and I'm always on schedule. So a plan of action definitely works. So I would tell myself, man, seize that opportunity and execute whatever you start, finish that thing, and go for it, man. That's one thing. Back in the day, we kind of depended on somebody else to do stuff for us. You know, you got to do it for yourself. You got to learn. You got to go ahead. I've watched tutorials to this day, man. I'm sitting in here with this software and some I don't understand, man. I pop on there, Google some things and look at some things and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, we would have to wait on somebody to come over and fix the issue, whatever. But now, man, technology is so great that you just have to dive in, go for it, and do it. Well, man, I just, one, I want to say thank you for having me on, sharing my journey with your fans. We greatly appreciate that. And I just ask that everybody to share my music, man. If you haven't never heard it, I pray that you listen to it. If you like it, give me that thumbs up, support it, and just share it, man. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. The music is on all streaming platforms. And man, we are continually releasing music on a consistent basis, different genres of music. So we're excited about it. And I just ask people to follow me on those social medias. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just simply Vargas Thomas. Vargas Thomas, Varges, Vargas Thomas, on those social platforms. My music is all out there, and we just ask that you to share it with someone who's never heard of me before. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vargas Thomas, and we are kicking it right now with Ge.Holla, baby. Get your groove on, baby.